Hey everyone, Jackie Tomlin here, and thank you for joining me for yet another episode of When Spirit Speaks podcast. Thank you guys for listening and for just supporting me and all that I do. I greatly appreciate every single one of you, and thank you for your feedback on the podcast. Please continue to do so. My contact information, you may reach me on my website at JackieTomlin.com or by phone or text at 804 731-2302. Okay, guys. So, I've said many times that in 17 years of working as a psychic, that the most popular category for a psychic reading is on love and relationships. And I fully believe it's because love is the most powerful emotion that we carry as human beings, you know? So today we're going to talk a little bit about love. We're going to talk about that overused term of narcissist, the healing process. And I think we're going to close out today with, we'll see if we have any messages directly from Spirit, because this is the When Spirit Speaks podcast. Okay, so we're going to start with, I'm often asked this, what do people ask me when they contact me about love and relationships? I mean, I'll tell you all the time, it's the number one category, and I think it's pretty common stuff. So I was going to go down through a few of the things that people most commonly ask and still do to this day, okay? Probably number one on the list is, are they cheating? Are they faithful? Are they loyal? Will they come home? Will y'all separate? Will your person move out or will your person move in? These are common concerns, I think, with all relationships. A lot of you want to know if you're going to reconcile, and some of you wanting to know if you're going to reconcile before your divorce. I do get a lot of divorce questions of those that are going through it, from anyway from property settlement on down the line to when it's going to be final. I do get a lot of, if that's the case, so will you get back together? Are they seeing someone else, or were they seeing someone else, or had they ever cheated? And this applies when, they've been involved in a long-term relationship. The big question, should you move on? Do they miss you? Is this the one? Is this the one you're going to end up being with? Is this the one you're going to marry? Are they actually in love with you? Are they getting over an ex? That is also a big category there too, talking about the exes. And the most ever popular, that if you're out of touch or you're not talking or whatever, you want to know if they miss you. These are just some of the examples of what I get hit up for in a psychic reading, okay? And like I said, I think it is, it's very common that everyone feels alone at times or whatever, and going through a breakup is never an easy thing. The thing about it is, with those, when I say that love is the most powerful emotion that we carry, we don't seem to choose who we fall in love with. That seems to be chosen for us. That's that whole thing of when we talk about lessons and blessings. They're going to come in as either way. And I know a lot of you want to know why. Well, the reason is because you cannot go through life without lessons. Okay. Lessons make you who you are. Lessons make you who your life plan. That's how your life plan goes. Okay. So you may ask why Spirit would bring you the wrong one, or why you got involved in a relationship for a long term and it was not the right one. Well, there's several reasons. Did you have a child with that person? Because that may be the reason for your relationship, or the reason for that lesson was to bring that child into this world. Okay. And if you didn't, I mean, there could be other things too. Maybe it wasn't your lesson, but maybe it was your partner's lesson. Lessons happen. Lessons make us who we are. Life is not easy, guys. It's just not. And the thing about it is, the other thing is about divine timing. Why is it that when we're ready for a relationship, it doesn't happen? You're waiting on divine timing. Well, the thing about the divine timing is maybe you are ready, but maybe your partner is not. These are things that have to be looked at in the grand scheme of things. Believe it or not, guys, it's not always all about you. Okay. Now, let us talk about the overused term of narcissist. Wow. Have y'all heard that? I'm sure you've heard it this week alone, if not today, that the person you're with or the person you were dating is a narcissist, or they called you a narcissist. Okay. All right. What exactly is a narcissist? Okay. Well, I've got it for you here. According to the Mayo Clinic, it is minds that are filled with elaborate fantasies about success, power, brilliance, beauty, and the perfect mate. That is what a narcissist is. They have a high interest or an admiration of themselves. Now, think about what I just said there. Success, power, brilliance, beauty, perfect mate. Every single one of us have a narcissist tendency. There's something about that in you, okay? And I think we are getting it confused with manifestation, okay? And it's very possible that you are actually manifesting a narcissist and not even aware of it. So let's talk about that a little bit, okay? Manifesting the perfect mate versus a narcissist or someone like that. What do you want in a partner? It's a very big question, but it needs to be answered. What do you want in a partner? Do you want someone kind, loving, and adores you? What qualities do you want in this person? Do you want someone that believes in you? And you want someone that lifts you up? Make a list. Make a list. Make an absolute list of the qualities of this person that you want. But you have to know this, okay? You have to heal yourself before you're loved. You have to feel that you're loved before expecting someone else to love you. You've got to heal your past hurts, and you got to find your self-worth. So it's baby steps to improvement. So going back to the whole narcissist thing, it's not always your partner. It takes two. It takes two. And you need to take a hard look in the mirror, particularly if you're going to manifest someone else. Okay. Now, let's get back to the whole narcissist thing. Exactly what am I talking about? Okay. I'll give you the Mayo Clinic definition of it. But let's take a deeper look at this, because like I said, I work with this love and relationships every day of the week. They like to talk about themselves. Okay. They like to lift themselves up. They like to talk about themselves. They may feel entitled or superior to others. They assume everyone's jealous of them. That's a big sign right there. And they lack empathy. And for those of you that don't know what empathy is, it's the ability to put someone else in your shoes. It's the ability to see your point of view on something. They're also very manipulative. And they're constantly seeking compliments and praise for the smallest things. They need those compliments and praise. Okay. They're very one way, you know, that phrase of, you know, it's like living on a one-way street. They are very one way. And their needs will always supersede everybody else's. Their needs will always need to come first. It's always about them. They don't pay attention to your needs, or if they do, it's kind of blown off, or they can give you that 3 to 5 minute attention span. You know, they may be controlling or aggressive, and please do not confuse that with an abusive relationship. That's something entirely different and on a whole nother level. Okay. They will not tolerate constructive criticism. Okay. They're not going to tolerate anything where you try to make them look in the mirror at themselves. Well, I'm telling you, you need to look in the mirror. They're not going to do it. Okay. They have a total obsession with success, material things, and it's all for bragging rights. Okay. All for bragging rights. And just let me give you a scenario. And remember, this is just based on my clients and 17 years of reading. But let me give you just an example. And I'm not signal out any race or any gender here. But as an example, if you have a man that wants a trophy wife, he wants the bragging rights. Okay. That's what I'm talking about there. Now, working on yourself. You know, like I said, you've got to love yourself more so than anybody else, more so than what anybody thinks. You got to put yourself first. The one thing I want you to take away from this podcast today, if you're healing from a relationship, whether it's a narcissist or anyone else, or if you're just single, a relationship cannot make you feel complete. You have to feel complete. Someone needs to add to your life, not take away from your life. And, you know, when we're talking about manifesting, okay, let's go back to the qualities of that person. Loving and adores you and believes in you and lifts you up. To make that list, you need to be that list. Okay. Be the person you are manifesting. You'll often hear me say, where thoughts go, energy flows. You want to manifest the perfect mate, be the perfect mate, because it's going to draw it into you. Okay. You also need to know that if you are in a mode of healing from a relationship in general, and we're talking about love in general, you know, whether it was a partner, whether it was a narcissist, whether it's a family member, whatever you're healing from, you need to know that you're not alone. I have several clients going through this whole healing process. And let me tell you something else too, because I get this a lot from my clients. No one can tell you how long it takes to heal. No one. Whether you are grieving the loss of someone or you're grieving the loss of a relationship, no one can tell you how long it should take you to heal. So if Uncle Bob comes up to you and says, it's been 6 months, you should be over this, or, you know, something like that. No one can tell you how long it takes. Okay. I do have a lot of them that, you know, due to COVID, things have changed, and a lot of you aren't doing the therapist route, and I recommend it because sometimes you just need to talk. Maybe you don't need to be diagnosed. Maybe you just need to talk. And I am told that the convenience of that now is on Zoom and via phone. You make the appointment. You don't have to leave home. You can participate. And, you know, some of y'all are doing the group thing, and I think that's wonderful. Anything that you can do to heal, When do you know you're in trouble? When do you know you're in trouble and that you need help? Okay. From what I can tell, when you are starting to think about someone 24/7, if they are all time consuming you and your energy, it's time for that healing to begin. Okay. Ask yourself this: do you want to feel like that? Do you want to spend your day dwelling or thinking about that person 24/7? Because a lot of times when you go through this, you become someone else. And it's finding the old person that you were. You've got to find your self-worth. You got to believe in you. You have to believe you're valuable, that you're trusting, you're social, and you're able to find love and intimacy. You know, you've got to know who you are. And sometimes in these relationships, your self-esteem will be so battered that you lose this part of you. Okay. Well, you can't find that perfect partner until you heal that part of you. It takes time to become a secure person. Okay. Build yourself a separate community. Build you a community that lifts you up. Build you a community of things that make you laugh, things that make you smile. You know, what brings you joy? Make it a pattern. Look for the support group. If you can't find the support group, create it. Create your support group. Create what uplifts you. Create what turns things around for you. Okay. Now, I want you to remember something, that you have to find balance of healing and living. You can't just withdraw. You can't withdraw from society. You can't withdraw from your job. But you can continue on if you create that support group and if you're doing steps every single day. At the end of the day, can you ask yourself, what made you happy? What made you smile? And if your answer is nothing, then find something to fix it right then and there. It could be something as simple as a couple of stand-up comedian clips that actually make you laugh out loud. Okay, but you've got to work on yourself every day while you're living. So it's living and healing and finding that balance. All right, fellas, let's take a look here, guys and gals, of what Spirit has for you today. Okay. What Spirit has for you today. Okay. The first thing, we got music here. Music, you know, this could be a live music venue. This could be visiting a live music venue. Okay. Lyrics and music can be important as well. So to pay close attention to the music. Sometimes there's hidden messages there. Go back to the podcast of Signs and Synchronicities. You might pick up something there. You do have someone close to you that is trying to uplift you and trying to help you heal. Let that person in. I'm not saying listening to everything they have to say, but do listen and realize this is part of building that support group. Okay. You're also under an era of a new beginning. So with that new beginning, there is an ending and there is closure, and there is that whole, you close one door and another door opens for you. Okay. So I need you to know, one, you're not alone and you won't be single forever. But you are putting a stop to those that have used you, You are getting things under control one day at a time. And for some of you, I can say that you've made a lot of progress from winter to now in spring. Now, for others of you that want to know what's coming in, I mean, two elements jump out to me here, water and fire. Water and fire coming in. My water signs are Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. And my fire signs are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this may or may not resonate with some of you, but things are not over. There will be new beginnings. And you have to allow those new beginnings, you know? And it's okay. Let's go back to the part where I said it's healing and living. It's okay to go out on a date and let someone know that you're in a healing process, okay? And you also have to find your self-worth and your deservingness. Let's talk about dating, people, okay? It's dating. Often I'm contacted and say, well, you know, this guy lives too far away. Or, you know, I like this woman, but she's got 2 kids, okay? I'm not looking for you to plan your marriage. I'm talking about a date. Your self-worth, your time, your investment. You deserve a cup of coffee. You deserve a slice of pizza. You deserve to laugh at an event. It is a date. Make a friend first. Y'all are taking this dating thing way too seriously. And I'm finding this in those that are coming in breakup situations. And I'm finding it with my singles. You're looking for your happily ever after. Quit looking for your happily ever after. Date and live your life to the fullest. Okay? So just, you know, every day, make steps to improvement. If you're not healing from someone, I need you to know you're not meant to be alone forever. It is divine timing. Maybe your other person is healing for you. Okay? Just some thoughts to think about, guys. Just something to think about. Thank you so much for watching. Please tune into my videos on YouTube. You will find me under Jackie Tomlin. You will find many varieties of readings are there. And join the Soul Family Chatters over there. There's a great group and a wonderfully strong, supportive YouTube family there that will help you get through just about anything. Thank you guys for listening. JackieTomlin.com if you have any questions, and I will see you guys soon. Hope you had a fantastic Easter. See you next week. Bye.